Welcome back. We are in Proverbs chapter 16 verse 5 today. Verse 5 says, "Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though they join forces, none will go unpunished." So the proud in heart, the people who think they can do this themselves, they can do this without God, they're an abomination to the Lord. They're people that God wants to realize that they're foolish and come to Him. But until they do, they're just creating more and more wickedness as they go about. And even if they all get together, if the entire world gets together to fight against God, they are not going to win, because God's bigger than the world. He'll come down and he'll defeat them all. And it's not like they won't try. They'll actually try twice. They're going to try once. At the end of the tribulation, at the end of the 7 years, there's going to be a huge army in the valley of Armageddon, Megiddo, which is what we call Armageddon. And they're going to fight against the Lord and us, because Christians are going to be with Him riding on horses, and He's got this white horse in the front. And we won't do any actual fighting. We're going to be wearing white. Nobody really wears white to battle. But He's just going to defeat them all with the sword that comes out of His mouth. Is there going to be an actual sword that comes out and does nothing? I don't know. Is He just going to speak and they're all going to die? I don't know. We're going to find out, because we'll be there with Him at that time. But I do know that He's going to win. And after that, He sets up a 1,000-year reign. And then for 1,000 years, the people who don't come up against Him, who do survive, they can reproduce and have children, and no one dies, and everyone's happy, and everything, because sin is not allowed to spread throughout the world. But at the end of the 1,000 years, the devil, who had been captured in the pit for that whole time, will be released, and he will deceive the nations once more, and they will come up against Jerusalem to fight him again, and he will defeat them again. So 2 times, basically the entire world comes to fight against God. Both times they lose. Both times God wins. So choose your winning side now, because you can't switch teams in the middle of the game. So once the battle starts, it's what it is. Verse 6 says, "In mercy and truth atonement is provided for iniquity, and by the fear of the Lord one departs from evil." So if you have mercy and truth, then the stuff that you did bad will be atoned for. It'll be paid for, because Jesus died on the cross for it. So, and He gives mercy. So be truthful. Ask for mercy, and the bad stuff you did will be forgiven. Don't do bad stuff on purpose, but when you do bad stuff, be honest about it. And then if you fear the Lord, that's that respect for the Lord. That's like, and I don't want to do anything wrong, because I want Him to be happy. Then you're going to leave the evil stuff. You're not going to have to worry about that stuff anymore. And people are like, how do I stop sinning? Love the Lord more. The more you love the Lord, the less you're going to sin. And that's it. If you try to stop sinning and just say, I'm going to stop sinning, then it's not going to work. But the more you love the Lord and the more you love other people, the less you're going to sin. So love the Lord and do what is right. Verse 7 says, "When a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies at peace with him." If you're doing good stuff with the Lord, even people who shouldn't like you or don't like you, they're going to think you're all right, because they can trust you and they can respect that. They don't think you're gonna come and rob them in the middle of the night. And if someone tries to mess with them, even though you're not friends, you're still going to say that's not right, and you're going to stick up for them if you're a righteous guy. So if you love the Lord, and if your ways please the Lord, they're going to please people's ways too. The only time it doesn't do this is if those people hate God so much that they see you as godly, and then they hate you because you're so godly. That's the only time that's not going to be it. And really, that's the only time when it's okay if people hate you, is because they see God in you. If people hate you, and not because they see God in you, but because of some other reason, you're probably doing something wrong. So do what you can to make peace with those people. Verse 8 says, "Better is a little with righteousness than vast revenues without justice. It is better to have a little bit and be content in the Lord than to be rich and to have trouble." And that's easy, and it's plain, and money doesn't solve it. God solves it. So go to God, lay down your life, because He laid down His life for you. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.